We are now going uphill a bit to the place called Aahl. I'm not saying it's Sandakphu because that's not my kind of place, you know. It's a bit expensive if you are budget traveling, and also if you are going solo or in a small group of like 1 or 2 people. And more importantly, Aahl is actually situated a bit on the higher side, so that from there I can go more close to the sleeping Buddha. There is sleeping Buddha over there, and I'm just going through this gravel path 1 more kilometer to reach my destination, where I'll be giving my break for tonight. You know, this is the journey, never forgettable. And once again I say, if you can do this, please, for God's sake, do this. Because if you don't do it, maybe you will not regret, because you are not experiencing what I'm experiencing now. But yeah, if you do it, you will remember it forever. That'll be a story for your children and grandchildren to tell, that once upon a time you made this journey.
Hello.
Once upon a time you made this journey through this misty, magical, majestic mountain. Maybe all alone, or maybe your friends and your loved ones. From this day, maybe hundreds of years later, world will forget you. But then the vlog I'm making right now, and thanks to the digital memories that we are creating every second, maybe that will remember me, and I will be reminded that once this man had walked up through this great mountain, and he reached to the feet of Lord Buddha. And by knowing that, you know this thing again, that I'm gonna make this journey once more. And I dream to cover the Himalaya. That's a very big talk for the small man, but at least I want to cover at least 5,000, 6,000 kilometers by walking in this Himalaya. And when I'll be long dead, maybe the Himalayan Rhapsody will remember me in the songs of men. 3 years, the way the Himalaya will change its shape, maybe sounding cataract will turn into a dry path, maybe some valley may turn into some waterfall, but I will be reminded. Himalayan Rhapsody. This is 5 degrees centigrade at this moment, but I'm all sweating. This is the sacrifice that you gotta make to come here, and by doing that sacrifice, you are just reaching close to this majestic mountain. And I think in my vlog you have heard this word majestic and mighty Himalaya maybe hundreds of times by now. You know, just because I say this word, say this thing, because I love this mountain so much. I was not born here, I was not brought up here, but my soul roams about this place. And if I die, obviously I will die someday. When I will die, I want my soul to be roaming about this place. The yogi, the sharer, just a common man who died at the lap of this Himalaya, will protect his soul through the sounds, through the clouds, through the rain, through the snow, through the men and manners. Himalayan Rhapsody, I call it. Alright guys, so I'm staying at this place at Aahl. This town is called Aahl, not a town, it's just a small hamlet comprising only 2 to 3 houses. That's a house, different one. I'm staying here. This one might be the kitchen. This is the toilet system. This one is somebody else's house. And you know, right At this point, at 12,500 or maybe 13,000 feet, nobody can expect a valley like this, almost plain. Look at this plain land. Over there, barren and dry, almost looking like Mongolia. That's a football ground where these children play. And there's this nameless children. I asked him name. I asked his name, but then he could not tell. And then the other one replied, he doesn't have a name. For God's sake. Somebody got no name in this mountain. That's a viewpoint. That's a broken glass door house, you know. But then no view can be seen from there because it's extremely cloudy. As you can find out, you can see this cloud too through this vlog. I've just had my lunch right now, some noodle soup. This is the only luxury that you can have at this place, not more than that, or maybe 1 or 2 eggs, sometimes yak meat, sometimes beef if you want, or maybe tea or coffee, no more than that. But then these things are extremely expensive. If you're trying out coffee, that's expensive. Apart from that, you can have some little more delicacies, some local delicacies like the Roxy or the rhododendron Roxy. That's called the gurase in Nepalese language. I had tried that out, as I said in my previous vlogs. That is good. I mean, in this high altitude mountain, if you have to survive, you'll have to drink a bit of that thing that is brewed from the rhododendron flower during the time of spring. Right after spring, they bring the flower home, you know, they dry them up, and maybe they have a process to do that, you know. They have some kind of system, you know, they make the malt, and that malt turns into the gurase or the rhododendron whiskey along with wine. It's the whiskey mixed with wine. So if you're coming to this part of the world, you must try this out. And the children are playing football. And I got one interesting thing. This sister is cutting the wood. And this wood, as I heard, is some kind of a pine wood. And it's actually the root of the tree. It's taken out from the soil deep. And then this is cut off into small pieces. And the most interesting fact is that this one is used mostly in the Buddhist monasteries. And they create some kind of smell, you know, some kind of spiritual smell, some kind of incense. Sticks. These are not sticks, but then they work as these sticks. And I found that. I smell one such bark of that thing, of that wood, and then it had some kind of a, you know, like a cinnamon kind of sesame, kind of a sandalwood kind of a mixed together smell. It's a bit strong enough, but then it's really good. And they say if you burn it in the winter, this gives you warmth, and at the same time this has a spirituality in it, you know. It has a smell which is like amazing. And this is used in the Buddhist monasteries, as I said. So of course this is not just any normal wood. It's some kind of a very special wood. The other sister is spinning something, sweater for the child maybe, and this nameless child is roaming about. This is the normal local life of this town called Aahl, comprising only 3 houses. That's all, guys. I'm just having some tea at this mountain, and the temperature right now is, I think, maybe 5 degrees centigrade. Signing off with this hardworking woman.